Hi everyone, it's Amy, and today in my kitchen, I'm making zucchini cookies. If you've ever had zucchini bread, you know how delicious zucchini makes baked goods. And today, I'm here to show you zucchini cookies. They're chewy oatmeal cookies loaded with cinnamon and spices, and I even top mine with cream cheese frosting. Totally optional, but totally necessary. Let's get started. Okay, first off, these oatmeal cookies are gonna start with melted butter. We're gonna put in a cup of melted butter right into our mixing bowl. To that, we're gonna add 1.5 cups of dark brown sugar. And the dark brown sugar adds a little bit more molasses flavor, which is perfect in zucchini cookies. Make sure when you're measuring brown sugar, you always pack it in. So it's not a scoop of brown sugar. You put it in the measuring cup and you press it in tight, always. Okay, we're gonna mix this up for a minute or two until it's fully combined. All right, that looks great. Now we're gonna add in 2 large eggs, as well as 2 teaspoons of pure vanilla extract. You can measure if you want to, but I always measure with love. All right, mix this up again for another minute. Okay, looking good. Next up, dry ingredients. You're gonna need 1 3/4 cup of all-purpose flour, 1.5 teaspoons of cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoon of ginger, and 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. That goes right in. Those are those warm flavors that are perfect with zucchini. We're also gonna add in a teaspoon of baking powder, a teaspoon of kosher salt, and to make sure that these cookies stay so soft for days, we're adding in a tablespoon of cornstarch. We're gonna mix this up just until it's combined. To this mixture, we're gonna add 3 cups of old-fashioned oats. Do not use steel-cut oats here. They will not work, I promise. And quick cook oats are going to leave them a little too dry. We're gonna mix this up. All right, once that's mixed in, I'm gonna add 1.5 cups of shredded zucchini. Now, when you're using shredded zucchini, you can use the peel like I did here. You can use frozen as well. However, make sure it's thawed and make sure you press out all the extra liquid or your cookies are gonna spread really flat. Okay, add that in and mix it until it's fully combined. Now, one of the things with zucchini cookies is unfortunately, we have to chill the dough for an hour. So I'm gonna cover this with plastic wrap and we're gonna go put it in the refrigerator. I'll be back. All right, I'm back. It's been an hour and we're ready to make some zucchini cookies. You're gonna take a big scoop, and I use my large scoop, which is about 3 tablespoons. You can also use a 2 tablespoon scoop if you prefer. And you're gonna drop that cookie dough right onto your parchment paper lined cookie sheet. And your oven should be preheated at this point to 350 degrees. I like to give a little flatten to the tops of these because with the oats, they tend to stay nice and thick, but we don't want them too thick to where the inside doesn't cook. So just pat the top a little bit. And now these go in the oven for 11 to 13 minutes. These are perfect. I've let them cool for a few minutes on the pan, and then you can move them to a wire rack to cool all the way. All right, now as promised, the best part. We're gonna add cream cheese frosting because these zucchini cookies taste even better with a dollop of frosting on top. Enjoy.